Hi Libra, welcome to your reading for the last week of March. This is Bear Food Mama Intuitive Reading, and I'm here to offer you some energies for the week. So if you want to enter to win a free reading on 4/24, go ahead and that was an interesting way for that to come out. Go ahead and put free reading in the comments. Otherwise, we will get started. So I don't know if you have Pisces in your chart, but Pisces had this like whole Libra thing going on in their reading. So you might want to check that one out if you have placements. Anyway. All right. So Libra, thank you for being here. You have a Queen of Swords like sideways, just flying on out to make itself known. You may have, in line with the recent lunar eclipse in your sign, just really done a huge release of things you're letting go of. It's definitely been a theme throughout the readings, and it's definitely thematic for that astrology. The Empress verse. As a result, you may be feeling a little bit heavy in the empty space, so to speak. You have growing room, and this feels like void space, which is very frightening for the ego. And it may feel a little bit as though you like are empty, but you're being encouraged to see this emptiness as that void space, like a new opportunity to fill your cup, to become full. Here's you, Moon in Libra, the Two of Swords. So yeah, your heart space might be a little bit closed off right now, or you're kind of waiting to get to this place of feeling comfortable, like allowing things into your space again, because once again, you've like done this big release. You might want to look at where you're like read into your moon sign. Also, the Empress is the heart chakra. She's ruled by Venus. So yeah, with the Two of Swords and the Empress here, like you might look into your Venusian placements as well. See what's going on in your heart space right now. There's something that came up out of your subconscious, very much like the Pisces reading, that was maybe not entirely unexpected, maybe deeply rooted in childhood. The Empress is somebody who is like pregnant. Oftentimes she's the mother of the tarot. So you may have experienced like just an awakening to some inner child stuff and release that. Also, though, like there was this need for you to use your mental faculties over this last week and like through this lunar eclipse period. And as this week closes out, there's this need for you to like know when to go into your mind and when to go into your heart space. And I think right now your mind is crossing the heart space and you're sort of letting your logic take over, when in certain times it may, yeah, the heart is, wow, the Ace of Cups, the heart is like, it needs to be open to let these emotions flow. You might be working on some like flow state stuff, emotional release. If so, you can check out my yoga channel if you like yoga. I just uploaded the sacral chakra flow from Anadeo Judith's book Chakra Yoga. So for the Svadhisthana chakra, that's over there if you want to check that out. Or you can just do some really simple like hip releases or pelvic tilts if those are accessible to you. But this is definitely like getting things flowing in the emotional relationship department, relationships with other people, not necessarily romantic. It's about getting your mind out of the way and letting your heart and your emotions sort of lead. And I feel I'm hearing a blind dog. Like I feel like you feel like a blind dog in this. Like not that you haven't let your emotions lead before or your heart lead before, but I think that if you did, it definitely led you into a place of wanting to feel guarded in your heart space. And we've entered sort of a new astrological era with Aquarius, Pluto and Aquarius, and um, being in the age of Aquarius now and this whole big like Aries eclipse season starting us off this year. I think Neptune's moving out of Pisces this year as well. So there's some, I'm not an astrologer, but there's some big astrology starting us off. And I just feel like this is sort of your big thing right now, is like going back to the heart space, back to the emotions, and learning when it's important to use your discernment and when it's important to cut your own discernment out of the situation, because it's being informed by situations that are in a past life. They're in maybe literally a past life, or maybe like just the past version of you, like maybe even since last week. Maybe some big changes occurred. In any case, you're allowing yourself to be peaceful in the moment and receptive. Going forward with the Knight of Swords reversed, you're definitely integrating this lesson, learning that power is not necessarily in enforced through will and words and intellect. Also learning how to receive the messages from the divine or your higher self in the moment and allow those to inform your willpower. And these are done, right? The messages that come through spirit, they come through things like our emotions, like what our heart reverberates with. Wow, that's an interesting word there. Through our senses as well. All right, Libra, what's the outcome for this week for you? Ooh, the Four of Cups. Usually I don't like the Four of Cups. I think, I mean, it's called luxury, but in this deck it's called luxury. Moon in Cancer. So you're moving from your moon in the sign of Libra to the moon in Cancer, a water sign, a very emotional water sign that can be like beautifully fickle. Sometimes they're loyal to a fault, but if you piss off a Cancer, like heaven help you. So you may be embracing a part of yourself that is a little bit more, while you may be going with the flow, maybe also a little bit more indulgent to what makes you feel good. That's kind of part of the necessity of tuning in with this heart space, with your emotions, with these messages from the divine, is it's important for you to know what makes you feel good. And I feel like you've sort of been allowing your mental discipline to block you off from any potential for overindulgence, I think is where we're going with this. But with the moon in Cancer here, you're getting to a point of indulgence that it may feel overindulgent with luxury here, but it's perfectly balanced. You have 4 cups and they're all like filling and being overfull. And then this lotus is blooming and filling back into them. So there's this perfect sort of symmetry on this card here. All right, let's clarify with the tarot. Your reading is much more positive than the Pisces reading. It's just that there was a Libra person all over that reading. And so I guess if you have Pisces in your chart, you might check it out. But this reading is super, super positive. All right. What is this Empress reversed for you? Ooh, interesting. The Queen of Wands and the Eight of Wands. So in order to open your heart space right now, Libra, you are very quickly learning. Again, this message I feel like is just going to be repetitive, but again, you're just very much learning how to intuitively listen to the needs of your body, your avatar. Maybe you want to wear earrings today. Maybe you want to put on makeup or trim your beard, or maybe you want to go to the salon, or maybe you want to just wear this specific thing. Maybe you want to walk around your house naked. I don't know, but this is like you very much tuning in with the sensuality of your nature through intuitive present moment awareness at any given point, and very quickly like adapting your emotional comfort to this level of awareness of yourself in the world. The second chakra, Svadhisthana, is about like, I think the saying that she uses is, the meaning of it is, I have my place, or I am in my place. It's about having your place in yourself. Your spirit in your body feels itself there. It's also associated with the element, or the sense rather, of taste. So you may be developing new tastes at this time for yourself. Again, very quickly, in how you dress, in what kind of animals even you affiliate with, the kind of flowers you like, the foods you like. Maybe your taste buds have changed. It's very possible you've reached one of those 7-year cycles in your development that has changed, like, your cells as well. Like, I think our cells change every 7 years, and so you are like adapting to that change in your biochemistry. Sorry, I just want to light this particular incense keeps going out, but I felt the need to do that during your reading. Yeah, maybe you like incense, or maybe you change the smells you like, or maybe you don't like incense. I don't know. You're learning on a very intuitive level all the little ins and outs of the lovely you. 9 of Wands over the 2 of Swords. Yeah, you've been through it. You've got your wounded warrior energy here, and your heart space is a bit closed off, but you don't have to open your heart to others in order to open your heart. Open your heart to yourself. You're doing a really good job of that. 8 of Wands to the 9 of Wands. You figured out where that attack landed, and it was on something regarding your self-esteem, or your tastes, or whatever. Whoever you were dealing with, whatever situation you were in, it rocked you to the point that you felt like I don't want any more of that. I don't want it to deal with I don't want to let anyone in. Like, no. So you're letting yourself in. You're showing up. Like, if this was an inner child thing, like we had at the beginning of the reading, this is you being the parent that your inner child needed to that inner child, doing that emotional work. And exploring your tastes is a wonderful way to do that. Setting boundaries, learning where your boundaries are, is brilliant. All right, Ace of Cups is the Knight of Pentacles reverse. Okay. And the Sun. Wow. Okay. So somebody, one of you, many of you perhaps, are definitely achieving this inner child healing. Somebody might actually be having a child after trying for some time and not being able to. Intuitively, you'll know if that's you, if that's your situation. Take it as it resonates. And then let's see, the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Why is the Knight of Pentacles reversed here? You just wanted things to move more quickly? 4 of Wands, union. You may be meeting a twin flame soulmate in, like, literally this week. This reading is for this week, but also the 4th is April. All the way into Leo season, but I'm seeing like April. You might actually be meeting like a twin flame soulmate. You might be meeting your soul tribe, having a celebration, a wedding. If you are having a baby, there's a baby shower. Or if somebody you know is having a baby, there's a baby shower here. I see this Queen of Wands with the sunflower here, and then this child like with the sunflowers all around though. And so I feel like especially if you're doing some inner child healing and reestablishing like a new sort of identity for yourself, you're coming into union and balance with your divine masculine and feminine internally quite quickly. And this is allowing you to pursue your joy as summer comes through. You're finding just, I'm hearing liberation in the flowing of light everywhere. You might have been suffering from some seasonal affective disorder. Yeah, with the Queen of Wands here looking towards the summer, and then the summer bringing a new emotional beginning. That's very possible as well. Definitely check with your doctor if that is something you're concerned about. Let's see. Knight of Swords. 6 of Swords, move into calmer waters. Well, that's really lovely. So you're definitely, especially in your communication style, moving 1444 on the timer, moving away from any like undercutting comments from other people, like underhanded or aggressive communication styles, if that was something you were dealing with in the past with others, Queen of Swords on the bottom, yeah. Wow, Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords. It could have been with others, it could have been from you or with you or whatever. Aggressive communication styles right now are something you're fully moving away from, and figuring out where that came from in your own life, how that was showing up for you, and why. And like just totally moving away from communicating that way. Um, you're realizing it's because if you were on the defensive or something and you communicated aggressively, um, when it was unnecessary, it came from this feeling of being a wounded warrior, of not having had the nurturing that you needed at a certain time in your life, or the safety that you needed at the time in your life when this communication was an issue. Um, who is this with? You have the Queen of Swords here, so it could very well be you, just with yourself. Like you could have been like very unkind to yourself mentally. Wow, Ace of Cups. You might be dealing with a Cancer, or you might be meeting a Cancer. Just because it's here, and then you have the Ace of Cups twice, who's allowing or helping you to like move through this like portal. You might be seeing 444 as a angel number or synchronicity for this message. You had 4 here, and then we had the 1444 on the timer. But this new ability to communicate like gently, walk softly, talk softly, and carry a big stick like is allowing you to just feel like, to be a little bit more sensitive. You may have grown up in an environment where it wasn't okay to show your feelings, and if you cried, like your family was going to give you a reason to cry, like we all, like many of us have experienced that, and this is you walking away from that. What is the outcome with the 4 of Cups here for Libra? Leaving the past behind. Oh my gosh, it's the 6 of Cups reverse. Yeah, this is you healing your inner. This is an inner child healing. You've got a like mother and child here, children here, mother here. Like this is like healing a mother wound, or healing your inner child, finding celebration, maybe even finding that the way you start to connect to people in your environment now is more reminiscent of like when you were a kid. Because when kids, like, whether or not they're even enjoying each other's company, they all want to be included in each other's company and hang out and stuff, like, for the most part, because they haven't really fully formed their identities yet, or they haven't learned how to like express their preferences or their boundaries. So you go to school, grade school, right? And everybody goes onto the playground, and you've got those kids playing that game, and those kids playing that game. And then somehow those games collide because this kid goes over there. And then there's just this big, like, weird mishmash of we're all sort of playing a game together, but we're all sort of also in our own heads. I don't know. This is you learning to get along with like other people in a way that feels more innocent and less I'm hearing goal oriented. Like if you were hanging out with people before or finding connections in your community before, they were pointed or goal oriented, perhaps. And this is you learning to flow into like a larger, broader community by broadening your own view, your own preferences, by exploring your preferences, which is really beautiful. It's really wonderful, and I love the free flowing sort of um, childish youthfulness of it. It feels really nice. Okay, anything else in the outcome? Okay, that was quick. The Hermit. You may also be dealing with a Virgo, or have like a Virgo mother. You might be a Virgo. Yeah, you might have a Virgo mother. That's interesting. Who, as you heal this inner child wound, you're able to hold a star of light aloft, like back into your past, essentially, and see the generational like patterns that brought this about, to also find forgiveness for this situation, how it occurred, because this is how you get a new emotional release, right? Is like, or a new emotional beginning, is you release, which is the 6 of Swords. And release, especially for resentment or pain, um, is achieved through forgiveness. And forgiveness comes from like this light of understanding, this understanding that comes from going within, doing the work. So you have gone within, you have done the work, and this is sort of the last part of it. And it's always, I think, kind of funny to me that when we talk about shadow work, it seems like this big doom and gloom thing. What I find is that when you get through the shadow work, the harder part is the reintegration into the happiness, right? Like, okay, I've been in the gloom, I've been in the doom, I've seen the shadows. And then you have to like come out into the light and shed your exoskeleton. And that's really hard because it's new and it's scary. So this is you like having gone into the gloom, the darkness, the shadow, and now you're like, okay, I'm ready to step into the light. And you might have this feeling of like being about to jump out onto thin air. I don't see the fool here, but there's also again that like childish sort of exuberance that's informed by experience. So you're not in the fool energy because you're not foolish. You've garnered plenty of experience here and you're learning to apply it through completely undiscovered means to yourself, which is really lovely. I think one more and then we shall be done. Wow. The Five of Swords reverse and the Five of Wands reverse. And then you have the Lovers on the bottom. So you're, as you like learn to change up this communication style, whether it's about how you talk to yourself or how it is you relate to others, you're walking away from drama and you're walking away from petty whatever, petty BS. It could be something inherited from your family, or it could be like an old friend group. It could be two old friend groups. I don't know. There's a lot of people here. But you have twice you have a new emotional beginning, and then you had 4 4 and 4 with the marriage card, and then you have the Lovers on the bottom, and the Lovers is card 6. So you're moving to calmer waters, and as you do that, if you desire a love connection, somebody from your past may pop up as you're healing, or as you've healed, or as you've come into the light, into this abundance, into this emotional stability, and you find your little star within yourself. um how do you feel about that? The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, okay. Wheel of Fortune, you may feel very good about this. It might be something that you are totally okay with, like more than okay with, just super excited about, in fact. But again, take that as it resonates. It's not going to be for everybody. We don't all like to have people come up from the past. So if somebody does come up from the past and you're able to set your boundaries, that might be what makes you feel good, like, oh, I did it, boundary set. So let me know if this resonated for you, Libra. Please remember to like and comment and share and subscribe and all that good stuff, because it helps my wee little tarot channel grow. It's getting bigger and I'm meeting more of you, and it's really been awesome. I love reading for you. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.